Hey guys, how are you doing? What are you up to? So I'm seeing that this channel is like increasing up, growing up too fast actually because I started to record the videos like last year in the pandemic and now I already have almost 200 subscribers, like 106, 7. So thank you for everyone, okay? So I must say that I was planning in the beginning to share my Instagram, but I'm not accept invitations in the Instagram because it's a personal page. So I'm really sorry if you sent me an invitation. I'm not accepting people, but you can follow me on my TikTok account because there I record some videos talking about Portuguese language, talking about my life, talking about some curiosity. So if you want, you can go there. And I will add in the box of information my TikTok. Okay, so let's go to this video today. So why I'm recording this video today? What's about? 7th of September. That means the Brazilian Independence Day. So let's understand a bit about Brazil history, okay? So when that have happened? In 7th of September of 1822, okay? Yeah, I think that's how I say that in English. 1822, okay? So, but before of that, we used it to be a colony of Portugal. So how that happened? How Brazil got independent? So let's talk a bit about history, okay? That involves a lot of gossip about Napoleon, okay? So, Portugal used to be a country with a lot of trades involving commerce with England. But Napoleon, the French Empire, was trying to put some pressure on Portugal to stop with the trades with the English country. So he was making threats saying like, if you don't do that, if you don't stop to get commerce trades with England, we will enter in your country. And the Portuguese prince, he wasn't, believing in Napoleon. So he just kept making the trades with England. And then England said like, look, we'll defend you against the French Empire if you keep doing business with us in the Portuguese market and in the Brazilian market. So that was when Dom João, the Portuguese prince, decided to get his court and come to Brazil. So what he has done, he basically ran it away from Portugal. He left his country and came to Brazil with 15,000 of Portuguese people, in 17 ships. And England actually was trying to protect them. So they sent also 4 ships to make the protection. Yeah, maybe that's the word, of Portugal court. So basically they arrived in Brazil, in Bahia, in 1808. So Napoleon was losing the war, and some kind of congress, maybe that's the word in English, have happened in Vienna, where European countries were trying to, restore their power against Napoleon. And Dom João actually participated representing Portugal. So that was actually when he declared that he something named like United Kingdom of Portugal, Brazil, and Algarves. He was also trying to avoid that Brazil got splitted. It was actually interesting because he was taking care of a huge colony. Brazil is the most biggest country of South America, He was trying to make us get some idea of nationality, of union, to don't get splitted in little pieces. That was already in 1815, But he was forced to deal with a lot of problems, like civilian wars, like, for example, people from Northeast, in Pernambuco, it's actually close of my state, Paraíba, they were getting really pissed off, feeling that the Portugal court was just giving attention to Rio, to big metropolis, and were taking advantage of them without actually care about them. But Portugal was also really pissed off because the country got in a deep problem with economy because the French invasion made them get broken. They also weren't liking to be ruled by England politics. So that was when Portuguese citizens demanded to their prince, Don João, go back to Portugal. So basically, he was forced to go back to his country, as their prince in 1821, I think. Yeah. So when that had happened, he decided to leave his kid, his son, Pedro I, Peter first in English, as the regent prince of the Brazilian kingdom. But they got a real problem because with the Portuguese Revolution in the Porto, they were demanding that Pedro also returned to Portugal. And they also were trying to reduce the Brazilians' privilege. They were demanding, for example, that some public organs, that were created in Brazil when Don João was here, also go back to Portugal, and they were trying to how can I say that in English? Like to make a new colony of Brazil again, reducing our power. So Pedro decided that he would like to stay here. He's actually a really, really, really famous historical character in Brazil. A lot of people write a lot about him. We all got like Brazilian telenovelas telling how his life was, how he got so many mysteries, how was his relationship with his children. It's actually interesting. So Pedro decided to protect Brazil. So he started, for example, reducing the taxes that Brazil used to pay to Portugal. He made the Brazilian militaries get the same status that the Portuguese. And in 1822, the Brazilians have written a petition with 8,000 of signatures. Was a lot of signatures to that. Old times, it was a lot. And they sent to the Senate, like politics house, demanding that Pedro stayed in Brazil as our prince. And that was interesting because a lot of Portuguese ministers, they renounced their jobs in Brazil, in the Brazilian government, sorry for the English. And that was quite interesting. After that, Pedro, I'm sorry, I keep just translating, Peter first, he signed some kind of law that says that Brazilians shouldn't obey the Portuguese law. That was in May of 1822, I think. And the gospel get even worse. In August of that year, he decided that if the Portuguese military, the Portuguese army was in Brazil, they would be treated as hostiles, like enemies. So that was quite interesting because that was basically a real statement to Portugal. So in the end of the August of that year, we received a letter, some kind of intimation from Portugal saying that they would invade our country. So basically, Pedro was in a trip. So his wife, Leopoldina, actually in 2 of September, signed a declaration about the Brazilian independence. And in the end, to finish that history, there is some kind of history, like a fairy tale that says he received from some messengers, men, the letter of his wife, the declaration declaring that Brazil was independent, and also the notification of Portugal saying that they would, invade our country, and in front of a river named Ipiranga River, he shouted, Independencia ou morte. That means like independence or die. That's almost like a legend, but it was really like famous around the whole country. So basically, Pedro agreed with all the politicians that were supporting him that Brazil would be independent from Portugal. So that is how the 7th of September got our independence history. So I don't know, I struggled a bit to tell you because it's in English. So sometimes I get struggle with the accent, with the vocabulary, But I hope that at least you can understand a bit more about the Brazilian Independence Day. It's 7th of September. We also get another important date that it's November 15. That's the day that Brazil was declared as a republic. So maybe in November I will record that second video, explain that to you, okay? So please subscribe here in this channel, press the little bell to understand, to get notifications every time I post a new video, okay? And also, YouTube will understand that you like my videos if you give me a like. And the platform will actually suggest that more people can know my videos, okay? So thank you for everyone that's following me here, subscribing here, making comments. I got some comments about people talking about relationships, but that is my fault because the first videos was a lot about that. I actually won't stop to record about that, but my point with this channel is to share with you a bit about my life, a bit about my country, and make people understand more about the Brazilian culture and country, okay? So see you in the next video. Bye!